I'm going to explain what is this cloud computing and what are the services available in cloud, what all the discussion on cloud computing technology, what are the services available in the cloud, what are the advantages and what are the drawbacks in it, and what is the current market scenario and trends. And we are going to discuss what syllabuses which I am going to cover under salesforce.com, where we're going to discuss what the modules are available, and finally we're going to solve audit queries, right? And the basic structure of cloud computing is we are going to relate every systems with a common data center, right? That is what a cloud architecture, or you can tell us infrastructure. While studying, you come to know what is this infrastructure is completely. See, let's take a company Bosch. Have you heard about a company Bosch? We got a first software in the year of 1960s only. That too, IBM is a company who introduced a software called mainframe system.
Oh, okay.
Okay, and it's a unified system we'll be telling. And after 1960s only, we were developing our own softwares, right? So now consider Bosch was a company, it's more than 150 years old company, you can tell. When the company was started, there was no software at all. Without a software in the year of 1900s or 1920s and 1930s. So, everything is going to be a manual method. Software is nothing but it's automation, but since we got our automation only from the year 1960s, so before that there are lots of companies were running only through a manual process. Like they want to write in papers, files, they want to make us a document. Maintaining these documents, you can tell it's a big drawback, you can tell, or it's maintaining a document is very risk also. You can imagine, right, what are the drawbacks might be on maintaining a documents or files or records. Imagine there was no software at all. And each and every company runs through only a manual process.
Yeah.
Manual process, nothing but they want to collect all the information manually, right? They want to write a documents or files or records, and they want to store. Or what are the risk factors they will face if they were maintaining the business or running the business through manual process. There's no safety. There may be a theft may occur, or due to some rats or some insects may spoil our documents or files, right? Due to some natural calamities, we may lose our documents. See, in case if you're losing a single sheet of paper, it may consist of lots of customer information. If you lose a single sheet of paper, end of the day, you may lose our customer, or it lead to our end of a business, end of the day, you may lose our business too. So we need safety, security, reliability, flexibility, and there are lots of advantages we need. So for the reason, after 1960s, most of the companies were trying to move into software. They tried to move into software. So companies who are aware of the software, they try to move and they move into software. Now take an example of the company Bosch. Since I told Bosch is nothing but a completely manufacturing industry who can manufacture from small screws to big lathe machines, interested to move into the software. Now my question is it possible to develop a software by a Bosch by himself? He can hire some of the software guys and he can develop software. But what my question is, there are lots of ways are available. So what he can do, he can look for some service providers, let's say IBM or TCS, CTS or Infosys, any service providers who can provide a software for a company Bosch. Is it possible to provide a software the very next day to company Bosch? Yeah, see, generally if you take any company, let's say Bosch or Honda, TVS, if they need a software, based upon the requirement only we want to develop a software.
Yeah.
Right? So here comes a life cycle called software life cycle. It starts from business requirement. First you want to analyze the requirement of the Bosch for its business. Then you want to find a solution for its requirements. Then based upon the solutions, we want to find the software requirement. We want to analyze it, and you want to design a software. Then you want to develop a software. Then you want to test the software. Then only we can give to the customer to fulfill his business requirements. So what our traditional software system. Any kind of software, without this SDLC, they cannot develop a software. It may be any kind of software. First you want to analyze it. Let's say, see, I have a company CTS, and if Bosch is asking me to provide a software, first what I will do, I will send my BSS, business analyst, to the company to analyze their business. And they want to find what is their requirement, how our software is going to satisfy their business requirement. Right? Once they found the requirement, they want to design it, and they want to decide which language, which platform you can use it. Once after designing it, they will develop a software and they will test it, then they will deploy it, and they will form maintenance team to support a software. This is the process of software development life cycle. Project planning, requirements gathering, designing, development, testing, implementation. So now what are the drawbacks in this SDLC? Let's say I'm sending my BAs to a company Bosch. Is it possible to provide a software? I have nearly 6 phases, right? For each and every phase, let's say for understanding the business and to plan the project, it would take, consider it will take 2 months of time. I'm just taking 2 months to understand the business and to plan the project. Gather the requirements. Just imagine I'm taking 1 month to understand the business and to find the gatherings and gathering the requirements, sorry. And for designing, development, testing, implementation, altogether I'm making us 4 months. Together, 7 months I'm spending to develop a software. It's going to be an average calculation, not exact time calculation, right? Minimum we required 7 months. So now, here, in case of any software, you need to spend minimum 7 months. Maximum it might be years also.
Yes.
But without 7 months, you cannot develop any software. And infrastructure, it's going to be on premises. If you want to develop any software, first of all, we need a premises where we need an infrastructure. We need lots of system in place, and if the server, right? And software should be installed as a system. Network connectivity should be there. Then only we can develop any software. And cost for developing software, imagine for each and every phase is spending some $100. Then for 7 phases, he is going to spend some $700 for manpower. As I said here, for each and every phase, just consider he is going to spend $100 for manpower. And for really for 7 phases, he is going to spend nearly $700. Right? This $700 is only for developing a software. Right?
Yes.
For developing a software, for the 7 phases, we are going to, sorry, 6 phases, we are going to spend $700. Now, Bosch, sorry, if you Bosch need a software, CTS need to fix a price. I am again going to fix a price, like, see, you can imagine here. Let's say I developed a software. Now, let's say you are the Bosch company owner. If you want to use a software, first of all, you need to set up the infrastructure. Like you need lots of system in place, network connectivity, server connectivity should be there. So for that, at least you need to invest $5,000. And for developing a software, consider you will spend nearly $5,000 here.
Yes.
And here, if you need a software, I need to fix a price. Let's say I'm fixing $10,000 you need to pay. Then only you can get a software. And here, this loss is going to be, let's say you are deciding today to move the software. Right? Let's say Bosch decided today to move the software, but they cannot move the very next day to software.
Yes.
They need to wait for nearly 7 months. Waiting for 7 months, they need to maintain their documents in manual method. Imagine they're going to spend nearly $2,000 alone. Right? Now altogether, they need to wait for minimum 7 months and they need to spend $20,000.
Yes.
This is what our traditional software system. If any company to move the software, they need to wait for minimum 7 months and they need to spend $20,000. Right?
Alright.
You can tell it's going to be a big headache for any company. To avoid this, a person called Mr. Mark Benioff. So he's a Mr. Mark Benioff. What he said, you don't want to wait for 7 months and don't spend this many dollars. I'll provide the same software within 3 months and within these many dollars. It will be a life cycle process only. There are lots of methodologies out there. So here, what he had planned, see, I like to explain about him. So he is Mr. Mark Benioff. He is one of the pilot batch of the company Oracle. Right? And he worked more than 29 years for the company Oracle. And he came out with a brilliant idea. And what he said, you don't want to wait for 7 months and don't spend these many dollars. Right? Instead of that, what he's telling, introducing a concept called SaaS. SaaS nothing but it's going to be a software as a service. The expansion of SaaS is software as a service. So here what he is telling, if you take any company, any manufacturing industry, let's say Bosch, Hyundai or TVS, Honda, any company, the main requirements of software for the company are sales, marketing and call center. Sales software is for sales purpose, marketing for marketing purpose and call center to support the customer. He just analyzed each and every company sales business and he made it ready-made. So he made it ready-made software for sales, marketing and call center which may satisfy any sales requirement or any marketing requirement or any call center requirement.
Okay.
By using the cloud computing concept,
SaaS. So the IaaS, I am explaining only about the SaaS. It's going to be a cloud computing concept where it consists of any number of softwares. The SaaS is going to be a method or a concept, you can tell. By using this concept, he is going to sell software as a service.
Software as a service. Okay.
As a service, right? It's like, see, let's say you require a sales software. Let's say your company Bosch requires sales software. I can provide a sales software very next day to you. Why? Because I already have a software, any sales requires sales software. I don't want to wait again for 7 months. I can provide parallel to Timken also. Because the sales software, it's going to satisfy any company sales requirement, right? Let's say if Timken is telling me a software which you provided for me is not satisfying my business requirement, right? Then I'm going to customize the same existing sales software based upon the requirements of Timken. That too won't take much more time. That will be calling as software as a service. And then he parallel introduced infrastructure service and platform as a service. Infrastructure means, see, still now in our traditions of the system, each and every companies run only on premises. We'll be calling on premises. First of all, we need a premises. We need lots of system in place with network connectivity, and the software should be installed on a system. Now, what he is telling is, if you have a laptop and with internet facility, it's enough. You can develop software from anywhere, on demand or on cloud. By introducing infrastructure service, if any company requires a software, directly they can use a laptop and directly they can go for Wi-Fi or internet facility. They can build a software on a laptop, provided platform as a service, so where he can develop any softwares by using the platform. So altogether, if you take cloud computing, means it consists of software service, infrastructure service, and platform as a service. That is what a cloud computing. See, initially it was like a vanilla solution, and Mr. Mark Benioff was thinking what name he can keep for the company. So at the year of 1999, he started with the SaaS and introduced a platform as a service in the year of 2004, and he registered a company as Salesforce.com. It's an enterprise cloud computing company headquartered in San Francisco. Right? And as I said, initially it was founded in the year of March 1999. He is a former Oracle executive, Mr. Mark Benioff, and with his friends he started this. And here you can see the New York Stock Exchange here. Now we are going to discuss about the cloud features and benefits. And if you take about the virtualized and standardized infrastructure, here cloud computing provides simplified, more efficient IT and application management. And here about scalability, you can deliver more application to large number of users. See, a simple example is this Salesforce.com will be like similar to how you are going to access a Gmail. I'll simply explain you for understanding how this cloud computing is going to work. If you have a Gmail account, so consider it's going to work on a cloud computing concept. Are you going to install any software for Gmail in your system? You need an internet facility. That is my first point. You need an internet facility. Second thing is you'll be having your own credentials, Gmail account and password, user ID and password, right? And this is what a software as a service. Google provides you a software service, nothing but you can use a Gmail software for sending mail, receiving mail, or to check your mail, everything functionality, right? That is what a software service. And imagine where your mails are saved, whether you saved in a PC or a desktop or laptop, where your mails are saved. Here I explained the three different concepts, right? SaaS, IaaS, and PaaS. SaaS nothing but you're getting a software as a service. It's nothing but how much you're going to use it, you're going to pay for it. For service, it's like node of any infrastructure. If you have internet facility, you can use from anywhere. See, let's say Gmail, where now you can check Gmail. You can check Gmail anywhere. The platform as service, Google to have their own platform, but they're not giving a platform to us. If you want to customize your UI settings or any functionality by using the platform, you can develop your own application or software or new functionality in it. Got it. So now cloud services, we do have a storage services. We can do integration by using these cloud services, and we can develop any billing kind of software, and we do have lots of security in cloud services.
Yeah.
Right. And the current, Salesforce sharing customer relationship software market, you can see how it starts. It's like you can see in the year-wise how it's going to be, and you don't know the growth of Salesforce.com, how it was and what it's going to be. See here we do have a three different modules. It starts from administrator, developer, and we do have a consultant.
Okay.
Right? Administrator, the prerequisite for administrator, if you have a basic understanding what is the software, it's enough, you can become an administrator. Sites for programming knowledge is required only for Dev 401. For administrator, you don't need to have any program understanding at all. If you have
Okay.
basic understanding what is the software, you are going to configure the software. Dev 401, you need to have basic understanding what is the OOPS, that's what core Java, that's what basic OOPS understanding, what is HTML, what is JavaScript.
Okay.
Okay, it's enough, you can become easily a developer. Once, or you can go with administrator, or you want to go as a developer.